All right, hey everybody. So welcome to the official Marked Men Rule and Shaw movie review. All right, so yeah, no, this is based on the book by Jay Crownover. It is directed by Nick Cassavetes. It is adapted by Sharon Boyle. It tells the story of Shaw Landon, played by Sydney Taylor, who has loved Rule Archer, played by Chase Stokes, from the moment she laid eyes on him. Rule, a fiery temple rebel tattoo artist, doesn't have time for a good girl pre-med student like Shaw, even if she's the only one who can see the person he truly is. She lives by other people's rules, he makes his own, but a short skirt, too many birthday cocktails, and spilled secrets lead to a night neither can forget. Now Shaw and Rule must figure out how a girl like her and a guy like him are supposed to be together without destroying their love or each other. The film stars Chase Stokes, Sydney Taylor, Ella Balinska, Evan Mock, Alexander Ludwig, Natalie Allen Lind, Matthew Nizaka, Hannah Keppel, Daisy Jelly, Inanna Sarkis, Paul Johnson, and more than a few others. And of course, this is another attempt to recapture the spark of the After Film franchise for Voltage Pictures. So yeah, no, I was actually able to go see it at the Fathom event screening. And do you really care what I have to say or type? Does it really matter? I know much bigger accounts than mine are going to say that it's cringe, it's a crime against cinema, it's terrible, it's the worst movie of the year. I know that I always rate these types of movies so high, and I know I always look delusional, so should I even bother giving my thoughts? Should I even bother wasting my breath? Yeah, sure, why not? Like, yeah, sure, it's my channel, I can do whatever I want. I actually dug the hell out of this movie. I thought this was one of the better after film series adjacent films that we've gotten so far. Chase Stokes and Sydney Taylor had great chemistry and legit gave it their all. I love the steamy scenes, and the softer moments actually had me grinning from ear to ear. Ella Balinska, Evan Mock, and Alexander Ludwig all had me begging for this franchise to keep going with their respective stories. And let me go ahead and say here, I have never read the book. I have never read the book. I have never read the books. So I cannot speak to the adaptation side of this. I cannot speak to how accurate this thing is. But I do know that each of the books are kind of like based off of different characters. This one is based off of Rule. I know that there's one for Jet, who is played by Evan Mock, that there's one for Rome, played by Alexander Ludwig. And yeah, no, Ella Balinska, who plays Aiden, who is Shaw's roommate, and Jet's, what looks like his love interest. She, Evan Mock, and Alexander Ludwig as Rome, like, they all had me begging for this franchise to keep going, and begging for us to be able to get each of their respective stories. I absolutely love the friendship between Shaw and Aiden. Sydney Taylor and Ella Balinska had great chemistry together. Now, if you've ever seen a Voltage Pictures movie, especially when it comes to films like, Beautiful Disaster, Beautiful Wedding, the After Film franchise, go ahead and say one of my criticisms with me. Let's all say it together. It was too rushed. I do not know why Voltage Pictures is so allergic to doing longer than 90-minute long movies. They always feel like they're way too rushed. It always feels like they're kind of like, jumping from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. And so, yeah, I just wish that they would stop, only making 90-minute movies, or especially like 90-minute, young adult adaptation movies, and, actually give us, closer to 2 hours. But that's actually like a tiny, tiny, tiny criticism, but it's still a criticism that seems to permeate almost all of the Voltage Pictures, adaptation movies. It felt like we got to the break way too fast. When we actually got to the break between Rule and Shaw, like right after they get out of the event that her mother is hosting, and they're in the car, like, it felt like we got to that point like way, way, way too quick. It felt like there was like no lead up to it. It felt like, there was like really like, even like up to, their relationship, Rule and Shaw, like it felt like it went from, 0 to 100 versus, giving us like some yearning. It just felt like it just felt very rushed. But again, that's just a minor quibble. That's not enough to take it down, enough, to really give it a ding. I wish that we got more time with Jasper and Rule's mom, and it can be very predictable. The film can be very predictable, but you know what? That's not a criticism. That's not a criticism because you know what? There's nothing new underneath the sun. It's how you do the cliches. It's how you handle the predictability. And I thought that Sharon Boyle and Nick Cassavetes handled this thing to great effect. I am a huge sucker for any film that uses Time After Time or a cover of Time After Time. And this film used it under the big declaration between from Rule to Shaw. And you know what? I'll admit I actually teared up. I was actually tearing up and actually having to wipe my eyes because I was actually really tearing up at that. Between After We Fell and After We're Happy and now this, make Sharon Boyle the official book-to-screen adapter for after and after film adjacent films, period. She delivered the best two films of the After franchise with After We Fell and After We're Happy, and now she delivers, what I think is like one of the best, attempting to be the new After films with marked men. I mean, I thought that this was great. I mean, I know I'm probably going to be the odd man out. I know that I look the fool, delusional every time I rate one of these films so high and on purpose and not in a, oh my God, it's so cringe, it's so terrible 5 stars. I'll always find something to hang my hat on to praise. So do you even care? Do you even care about my opinions, or do you see me as delusional? To me, this was the best trying to be the next After film we've gotten so far. Yeah, there's some issues, but overall, I really dug the hell out of this movie. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. I'll give it a A. Here, if I was actually going to give it a letter grade, I'll actually give it an A. I really did love this film. I thought that Nick Cassavetes did a great job directing it. Sharon Boyle did a great job writing it. I thought the cast did really well. Chase Stokes and Sydney Taylor had great chemistry together. Ella Balinska, Evan Mock, and Alexander Ludwig all had me, doing backflips, ready to walk in, to their respective stories, whenever they adapt, which I think that the next book is going to be Jet, which is the character played by Evan Mock. I'm kind of really hoping that we get to that. I'm hoping that we get to Rome, aka Alexander Ludwig. Yes, please, please, please go support this film because I want to be able to see more films in the Markman franchise. So go ahead and jump down to the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Did you go see the film, or do you have any interest in it? If you saw the film and you've read the book, please, please, please tell me on an adaptation level, how was this film? Did they leave out anything that you wished was in there? Did they completely, give them all their flowers, or, is this another one of those, oh my God, what did they do to my favorite book? Anyway, no matter what, go ahead and jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. As always, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because this channel would not be able to go to the heights that it has without you guys. And so for that, I'm eternally grateful. And let's go through all the stuff you'll be able to find on this channel right now. So I'll be bringing you guys constant updates on the After film series. It ends with us, Hush Hush, The Mister, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Sunrise on the Reaping, Crave, Wicked, the Culpables franchise, Red, White, and Royal Blue 2, Midnight Sun, the animated series, a whole bunch of booked entertainment adaptations. You guys are going to be so updated that you'll be begging me to stop the updates. Because I was terminated for so long, there's still some stuff from After We Collided that I do have to catch up on, including topic videos, and those are coming sooner rather than later. As always, remember, this channel would not be able to go to the heights that it has without you guys, and so for that, I'm eternally grateful. I know, there are plenty of fans out there who have no idea, absolutely no idea that this channel exists or this even back from termination in the first place. So please keep sharing the channel. Please keep spreading the word of Charles's Movie Channel, because this will easily be one of the best, not the best, booked entertainment adaptation channels that you'll find right here on YouTube, or dare I say anywhere. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing. My name is Charles. Welcome to the Booked Entertainment Adaptation channel. I'll see you later, Booked Entertainment fans. Take care, y'all. Love you.